Alright, everybody, welcome back to Joshie.dat. Hope you are doing well. It is a nice, pleasant Thursday here in the Joshie household. We are back on level 221 10 Carat Hill. Now, I haven't recorded in a while. As you can kind of see, I kind of just let my facial hair just kind of go rampant. I've been very lazy about shaving. It's just, I just get into these little moods where I just don't feel like shaving for a while. Anywho, I haven't recorded for a while, and I think the last time I tried to, I looked ahead at what this decade consisted of, and I don't think there's anything crazy here. I didn't look to like refresh my memory right before today, just to kind of surprise myself because I don't remember what's coming up. So. But we were on 10 Carat Hill. This is a Josh L6 level that was added to the 149 release that some people question that I did, but this is a pretty basic level. There's nothing too special about this one. It's just a level where you get a bunch of keys and you just have to go inside and navigate the hill. And you can get keys inside here too. Nothing too spectacular. It is named after a Pokemon location in Sun and Moon, the 7th generation of games. Notably, the location you can catch Rockruff, which is a pretty awesome, cute Pokemon. Definitely a favorite of mine from that generation. Alright, how many keys did I have left over? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I had 12 extra keys, yeah. So you have a decent amount of extras to spare in this. And the little ring around collecting the blue keys is a pretty fun thing to go through too. But not a very exciting level, I have to admit. But it's still fun, I think. Okay, Explosive Chamber, level 222. That's not a good way to start the level, but... Okay, so this level is it's kind of a monster. This is very clearly inspired by Lazy Hourglass from CCLP3. And it's kind of a mixed bag for a lot of people. I've been kind of learning over the years. Okay, what's this trap you? Blow you up. Blow that ball up. Okay. Some people really like this level. And some people don't, which is perfectly fair. I think for me personally, I kind of lean on the I don't care for this side. There's a couple reasons why, but I think the biggest one is pretty obvious. It's a pretty big level. It takes up the whole map. I don't think it really needed to, and I think I have tried to decrease the level size by walling off the edges, like making the border like 3x3 wall instead of just a single one tile wide standard border. But all my attempts at doing so, for some reason or another, just the playability felt off. Like it almost feels like it plays worse when it's smaller. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. And I want to say, because I think last time we played Balancing Act, I want to say Balancing Act came from attempting to make this smaller. I think. I don't remember. I think I would have said that during during playing that, but Then again, I probably wouldn't. Okay, let's destroy that. Okay, I want to get rid of that ball. There he goes. Okay, so I think the whole right side is clear. We just have a little bit of the middle left to do. There's a lot of safe ways to approach this, though. You can clearly blow up the balls. You can block them off with the blocks. If I can, I'd like to just blow up the balls if I can, just to eliminate trapping them. Whoa, I didn't even see that ball coming straight for me. That's crazy. Wow. Alright, just get that ball going. Okay, only 3 left. And I think they're all in this little corner here. Okay, 1 chip. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, a 1-chip Andy. I had someone ask me where I got that term from, and I was a little surprised because I feel like that's a pretty standard terminology for videos. But maybe it's not as much as I thought. Okay, let's not get killed by a random ball. I have a spam call calling me. Thankfully, the sound on my phone is off. Alright, explosive chamber is done. Yeah, spam risk. Now I'm going to have to delete a voicemail, unfortunately. Alright. Ooh, Champagne Supernova. Alright. This is... I forgot all about this being in this part of the decade. Alright, this level is pretty sweet, I have to say. So this level is originally a Joshie.dat level called Burnt Electrical Wire. You can glider bot it and take a look at it yourself, or look at it on the Pie Guy site. I think it's on there. I don't remember if Joshie.dat is hidden on that site or not. Anywho, this is what the level used to be, and this level, Champagne Supernova, is basically a recreation of that level. I built off of it and just improved certain bits, removed certain portions, and just made it overall a much better experience, I feel like. And there goes my cat meowing once again. So let me go tend to that real fast. Alright, I had to take care of that real quick. Every time I record, my cat meows like that. Every single time. Like, I went 3 weeks, practically 3 weeks without recording, and never did that a single time. And the one time I sit in here to record, she does that. So it's very clear she does not like being in here when I talk to myself, which is fine. Anyway, Champagne Supernova, recreation of a Joshie.dat level, and that is one of the few that is not counted towards Joshie.dat. This will be counted as another level, I think. Well, we'll see. So it kind of starts out the same way as the original, but it's already different. So now we can clear that. And you want to collect all 5 of those. And then you do this. So I kind of took advantage of... I try to make this like checkerboard aesthetic with the walls, just to kind of look pretty cool. Okay, we do want that, because that will blow that bomb up and will let you proceed. Okay, so here you want to get the green key and duck out. I like this section. This section's pretty cool. I don't know why that happened, but it did. And we shall move on from that. I renamed this level to the title because it is a name of an Oasis song, which is... well, you just have to listen to it to get the vibe. And you can kind of go off from there as to why I named it as such. But it's a pretty awesome title, all things considered. Alright, back to here. I like this section quite a bit. So this bomb right here kind of tricks you. You have to go around it, which I like a lot. Okay, so that will start cloning walkers, and you can go up here and kind of see you can't proceed, so you must go this way. This part's kind of the same. That allows you to open up a gap to pass through this. You still can't collect that red key, though. So you come through here, and this is a very Tyler-esque section. You can definitely tell I got a lot of my design inspiration from him, even for CC1 stuff. I think you want to do this, and you want to go around like this, and do that. And then you want to do that. So you can get this red key. And you kind of see it's kind of building up to be... you have to revisit certain sections later. Alright. Okay. So with all these keys, you can go against the flow. This is a little nerve-wracking, I have to admit. I don't care for how the spacing of it, but I think this is as long as I can make it without being busted. Yeah, it's already on the border. So you can see, you get the yellow key and you go through the teleport. And this section's kind of cool. So you want to build a path for the fireball here. And I think Okay, you do get more. You just open up these. And you let the fireball do its thing. There you go. Now you can come back here. And you can go through here now, because that bug got off the pop-a-ball. And you can come down here. Now this soak button's mostly the same. I changed it to where the trap button connections are, you can actually distinguish how they're connected. Well, if you get the right monsters out of the way, that is. Okay, so I think you want to hold down this one. Okay, so that's right. And you hold these two down. And let's see, push this down here. And you can use 2 of the blocks to get out. There's a reason why I didn't make all 3 required. So you can come out with the fire boots, and now the goal is to get to the exit. Maybe that fireball clone machine could be useful. Referring to this one. So what we have to do is clear a path for the fireball to go all the way down there to blow those bombs up, and it looks complicated, but it's actually fairly simple. And I did my best to make this as unbustable as it can be. I'm sure it's still broken in some way, and I hope it's not, but I can't guarantee it is. But my intended way of doing this is you have to fill in all this water. With all the blocks you push throughout the level. And because the teleport is there, you also have to push a block right here to prevent the fireball from coming through here and drowning. Well, you get a cloner, so it doesn't really matter. But this has the key under it, so you can reuse it. And we're just going to go ahead and use this one for right there. Those bugs are not useful anymore. I don't remember if there's a block down here. Doesn't look like there is. So we need at least 2 more blocks, and I know where one of them is. So let's press that toggle button again. Yeah, so that's open, so you can get this block out, like so. You do have to be careful because of the bug. There are bugs on top of fire to serve as barriers while keeping the aesthetic intact. Oh yeah, the other one's right here. Yeah, I hope this solution is still... it still works. Because I like having all the blocks be used. It's a really cool idea for a level like this. Alright, so now that that's all cleared up, just clone 6 of them. And just like that, we can exit. And that is Champagne Supernova. Very, very happy with this level. I like it a lot. I think the password of it is cool. Toot, toot, toot. But in all seriousness, this is something I hope gets into a CCLP 6 one day. I hope it's not busted. That ending is probably one of my favorite endings I think I've ever designed. I absolutely love finding ways to layer as much as possible on top of like layering different concepts on top of each other, like sokobands and mazes and stuff. This level is a really good candidate for something that does pretty well, I think. And yeah, I hope you all like it. If you haven't played it already, you can play it in Joshie.dat. That's where this is in. But I think for all intents and purposes, we are just going to count this for now. This might change later down the road, but for now, I'm going to count this as an other level because the changes to it are so significant that I can't really say this is a Joshie 5 level anymore. And that's why Joshie 5 has only 145 counted for, as opposed to 147 or whatever. So, because this is one of the levels that got recreated to a point where the original is just not worth including. So, moving on from that, we are on Hallway Pursuit. This is a Walls of CCLP 3 level, and a pretty average one, I would say. I believe this uses the walls of mini challenges, which is it's a pretty specific pattern, so there wasn't really a whole lot I could do. Okay, so we need both these yellow keys to proceed. And I think I see just how to get them.
Bummer.
I didn't do that? Hello? I pressed right. How'd that register as up? Weird. Even this Soko menu starting is just very basic. Alright, let's just do that. Oh yeah, you just do this. I remember I used that for a secret hint thinking it was hard, but it's really not. Alright, the folks at home might recognize the inspiration from this room in particular. Quite literally a copy-paste of Slide Step, just with empty clone machines as walls, because that's the walls of Way to Go. You might be seeing me drink water more often in these videos, as it is getting hotter. Not that you should matter. You need to stay hydrated. Okay, you gotta time that. That guy's just stuck. He's just chilling in the corner. Okay. So I saw the new Mario Galaxy movie the other night. Pretty good movie. Yeah, it's pretty easy. Oh yeah, this section. I think you just have to press all the trap buttons. I don't think you can. I don't think you have to go slow with it. But I will, just to do so. Oh yeah, I remember this. Yeah, no matter what you do, you cannot get past that yellow key nail. You will always have an extra key. Okay. Holly Pursuit's done. Yeah, so the new Mario movie, I thought that was a pretty good movie. I'm a sucker for nostalgia, and I think a lot of people are and just don't know it. And because of that, they tend to have this thing where, you know, you shouldn't let nostalgia be like a cash grab or whatever. But I mean, who cares? I mean, nostalgia, it's always going to be there no matter what. But that's kind of, I'm probably opening a can of worms that doesn't need to be open right now. But I thought it was a good movie. I had fun watching it. I caught most of the references, but it was jammed with them. I will say the story, if not to spoil it, but it was jam packed with a lot of stuff. So if you do go see it, just be prepared. You might not be able to keep up with all of it. I sure as heck wasn't. But I had fun with it. Alright, permanent contamination. This is a short timed level, so this shouldn't be too crazy. I think the gimmick here is there's a blob cloner inside where the exit is. So you're going to have to deal with blob dodging at the end, which is, you know, everyone's favorite concept. And I believe this is from Joshie.dat 3. There we go. One shot. Done and done. Open chit chat. Okay, we have another CCLP4 abridged level. We are starting off with Poof.
Bummer.
And dying immediately into the Poof section. Where's the death counter? 360. Yeah, that guy took a while. Okay. I believe this is Sewerway. Kind of a cool way to incorporate Sewerway, I have to be honest. You don't even need the yellow key for this section, so what's the point? Maybe I knew that, that's why you can't get it. Ooh. Did I know this? I probably did. I hope you didn't need that yellow key for later. Maybe you needed it for here. No, you get one right here anyway. Well, this is sealed doors in the spacecraft. Oh, hello. Alright, this is technopathic. Ah, you do get the yellow key later. Aha. Aha, you do get it. Cool. Yeah, I don't normally make levels like this, so making this section was honestly kind of interesting. Did Technopathic have item swapper sections? I guess it did. Maybe it didn't and I just threw it in because that was the only way I can think of doing it. Alright, don't push blocks onto hints in the hint factory disaster level. Which is a pretty easy section, not gonna lie. Okay, I think I can just collect one. This feels pretty forced, so... Okay, I don't think you can ever collect that red key. No, maybe you can. Does that stop it? It does stop it. I take that back. You can collect it. Alright, this is... brick block facility? Okay. Did I just screw it? I don't think so. Okay, yeah, you can totally do this. You can actually get... I should have made one more block required. Because you can get this one out as well. Just to show it. Yeah, you can totally get that out. So I was lenient, apparently. Alright, this is aquatic runes. And then you just exit. How many extra blue keys did I have this time? Just one. Alright, open chit chat is done. I think the anagram comes from... It has to be one of the short ones. I don't know. I don't know what it comes from, actually. I always try to remember, like, what is the anagram of that using? So there was poof, there was sewerway, there was sealed doors in the spacecraft, there was technopathic. Oh, it might be that one. It has to be technopathic. I think it is. I think technopathic is the one it uses. Alright, Divine Terminus. This is another Trading Places level, and this uses a one of the few levels that uses a template that's not from Ultimate Chip 6. This is from Ultimate Chip 1, I believe. And sadly, I don't remember the source's name. Is that all I can do right here? Okay, we got the opposite with invisible walls. Okay, that chip cannot be collected. Okay, I gotta find the path that will lead me to other I think that's all I can reach from this side. Okay, you can approach it from here. Good to know. Okay, that one can't be collected, that one can. Yeah, I think one of the weirdest things from Trading Places was just the fact that the level distribution between Jeffrey and I just wasn't the same, because Josh.dat had 70 levels, or 69, excluding the Flareon level, which is what Jeffrey did. And Ultimate Chip 6 had only 60. So coming up with the extra 15 levels, or whatever it was, 20 levels, you can actually come out here. I don't think anyone ever knew you can do this. Let's pretend you gained 1,000 points for reaching here. Get ourselves that pretend bonus. So okay, yeah, coming up with the extra 20 templates to make it an even amount between us was a little awkward, I have to admit, but I think we did it correctly. Because I took 3 from each of Ultimate Chip 1 through 5, and then Jeffrey took 1 from each of Josh L 1 to 6. So I think it worked out fine. It's just a little weird. Okay, so that is Trading Places, goes up to 11, and we are on Condemned Facility, another CCLB 5 level. This one's got a pretty cool theme. So, just a fun fact for you. This was my second go at making a Walls of Level out of producing from CCLB3, because this is a Walls of CCLB3 level. I had already made Mental Marvel Monastery. And because I proceeded with a Walls of set for CCLB3, I had to use it a second time. That actually went with quite a few other levels, like Twisted Chambers, Fire is My Enemy, or Jumble. Okay, missing at one single chip. I don't know where it is. It should have been... Am I just silly? Where did I miss a chip at? I got the one in here. I got the one in there, I think. Yeah, I did. I don't know where I missed the chip at. Oh yeah, the controller boss thing lets that get unstuck. Kind of funny. Yeah, I missed a chip somehow. That's so weird. I don't know how I missed one. Well, let's count the death and restart. Maybe I didn't collect that one. That's so weird. Yeah, the concept of this is just escape the room in time. I thought it would be a pretty fun exercise to try something a little different than what I did with Mental Marvel Monastery, which had a very specific idea in mind. So the goal of this, or the intent of this section here, is you just have to time the balls to get the best possible results, and press that trap button before the walker goes back into the trap. Okay. Yeah, I don't know where I missed the chip. It had to have been that bottom glider section. It had to have been. Okay, this part's a little... Some people have called this to be a pretty mean section. But you have to use the ball to blow the bomb up instead of the block. I've seen so many people do that, and I feel bad for possibly not telegraphing that well, but I don't know. I didn't change it for CCLP5, so I guess some people just weren't bothered enough by it. Either that, or I just didn't feel like changing it. I'm going to be very curious to see what JB does with this template, since he's making walls of CCLP5. Actually, he has to use this twice because reproducing is also in that set. So we're going to get to see what 2 levels he's going to make. Okay, so here you just have to guide the block to the bomb down there. And you can just shoot straight up to the exit. And Condemned Facility is done. Fun fact, it used to be called Condemned Faculty, which was a really big error on my part. It was supposed to be Facility. I just typed Faculty or something. I think that's what happened. That was Walls of CCLP3, so that goes up to 27. And now we're on to Midnight Sun Gorge, which is another Joshie 6 level. An original at that. It's just an ice maze, really. It's a progressive ice maze. Alright, cover that up, so... how to get back this way, over here. Ugh. And I just got randomly tired. Probably good timing, because this is This decade's winding down pretty quick, which I like. Alright. So I think you want to go this way. And you can come back here now because that bomb is blown up. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Alright, green key obtained. And I have no idea where to go from here. I think you want to go back this way, actually. Not this way. You want to go back. Probably through here? Not quite this way. Do need this, though. Alright, how do we get to this green door? Gosh, I wish I can see better up there. Yeah, I can't make out what I'm supposed to do. I think you gotta go... what are you supposed to do? Oh, you gotta go back here? Oh, okay. That threw me off. I get the fire boots to go through here. Ugh. Sorry I'm yawning. I guess the post-work tiredness is setting in now. Alright, that's all the chips collected, so I should be able to just collect the skates here. And we can exit. Alright, Midnight Sun Gorge done. Pretty fun level. Nice little chill item swapper progression level. Not a favorite, I don't think, of anyone's, but the way I see it these days, not every level has to be a favorite to be likable or to be, you know, enjoyable to play through. It kind of goes the same with favoriting a level or claiming it as your favorite and ending it off on a lesson level. That is so based. These particular force floors are completely randomized in MS but have a pattern in links. I will take it. It is not every day a Joshie video ends with a lesson level. And yeah, did we really need a lesson level on random force floors? Not in the slightest. Alright, that is it. That will do it for today, everybody. Wow, another quick random force floor level following up after this. Wow. Oh, the temptation just to beat it. get it done and over with. But we gotta stick with the 10 level limit per video. That is the way I want to do this series, and that's how it will be. So let's just go ahead and add. Did I count? I don't think I did. So that's for Midnight Sun Gorge, and session 7 was Josh L3. Okay. Well, that'll be it for me, everybody. Thank you for watching. I do apologize if these videos are kind of mediocre or boring in any way. I'm sure you're gonna comment, "Oh no, it's not boring," and we're glad you're putting out the content. And I know you are. It's just when I sit down in this little corner studio, whatever you want to call it, to record these videos, I honestly don't have anything planned to talk about. I really don't. CC is just, there's not a lot going on to talk about. There's no active developed projects happening. I mean, there is, but I can't really share it with any one of you because I want to keep it secret. There's no community projects happening that I know of. There are other things like, there's some dev projects going on the side. People are making editors and 3D tile world levels. I guess I could talk about those, but it's kind of hard to talk about stuff where I don't show it. You know what I mean? So I kind of sit here and just think, well, I don't know what to talk about. So if you made it this far, please let me know if there's literally anything you want me to talk about, anything at all, as long as it's positive, and not like a political topic, because I am not the person for politics stuff. So, but if there's something, if you're curious about something about me or anything that I'm willing to talk about or share with you, just let me know in the comments or through Discord or whatever. Because I'm a dull dud. Joshie is a dull dud. I will be the first to say that. I don't have anything planned to talk about ever when I record these videos. So, and that's a large reason why I don't record that often. It's just I don't have much to talk about. So, that out of the way, thank you all for watching or listening. I will be back later with another video, hopefully pretty soon. We're probably going to get some black and white CCLP1 recorded too, so like the video, please. So we can put the word out there that CC is fun. Thank you for watching. See you later. Have a good rest of your days, or a good weekend, or whatever you're up to after this. Have a good time doing so. Oh, and one more thing. I did count Midnight Sun Gorge twice on accident, so that is fixed down there. Sorry. It happens. I make these mistakes all the time.